It's no secret that people go missing every year. Some just want a fresh start, while others disappear under strange and unexplained circumstances. However, it's not just people who go missing. Sometimes entire towns and even their population vanish without a trace, leaving behind only ghostly remains and haunting tales. These towns, once bustling with life, have since been lost to time and shrouded in mystery. Join us as we delve into 3 stories surrounding these vanished settlements and try to uncover the truth behind their mysterious disappearance. The wilderness of Canada can be beautiful and terrifying all in the same breath. Hidden in the remote Arctic region, Lake Anijunki is a place shrouded in mystery and chilling tales. A small settlement next to this lake called Anijunki Village was a resting point for many travelers who braved the inhospitable land. In 1930, a fur trapper by the name of Joe LaBelle made his way to the village, seeking a place to find shelter, supplies, and company. However, what he discovered left him bewildered. To his shock, the village was completely empty. Not a single native person was left. The people abandoning their tents and supplies would be unsettling enough, but his discovery suggested that they must have left quickly and unexpectedly. Joe found that food was left hanging over the fire pits, and shirts that still had the needles in them laid unfinished. Upon further investigation of the area, he found several sled dogs that had been left in the village. The dogs had been tied to a post and starved to death at some point during the disappearance. Sled dogs were an important work animal for the Inuit people and would have never been left unless they had no choice. The last chilling finding made by LaBelle was a grave that had been dug up in the area. Joe knew that it was most likely not an animal because the stones circling the site were undisturbed. Whatever was digging at the grave was most likely human. After leaving the area, LaBelle reported the strange event to the Northwest Mounted Police. They did a thorough search of the area, but no one was ever found from the village. What could have happened to these people? Did something or someone force them to leave, or did some natural disaster cause them to flee the area? Unfortunately, we may never know the true answer to this mystery. Perhaps you've heard of the town supposedly located in Montana. Langville is the subject of many internet urban legends and myths. However, when you do a quick Google search for the town of Langville, you won't find any pictures or evidence of it. So, pretty simple explanation, the town of Langville, Montana doesn't exist, right? Well, the answer is a bit more complicated. For a while, the town showed up on Google Maps, even including pictures of the streets and the small community. Then suddenly, all traces of Langville disappeared from the internet overnight. No maps or directions exist for finding the town. And even stranger, if you ask locals in Montana, some will claim to have even been to Langville. In fact, so many people believed in the town's existence that people have searched the rural areas of Montana trying to find it. All searches for the town thus far have come up empty-handed. This is eerily similar to the Mandela effect. For those that are unaware, the Mandela effect is the phenomenon of collective memory for something that is false. Could it be that the town of Langville simply falls into this category? Or did it truly disappear from Montana without a trace? Researching the topic of Langville leaves us with more questions than answers. Now, the urban legend surrounding the disappearance of the town is downright creepy. The story goes that the townspeople disappeared in a horrifying way. That an unknown force entered Langville and turned everyone inside out. No explanation is given to explain this disturbing detail, leaving the imagination to wonder. The event was so terrible that all evidence of it was removed online, hence why no pictures of Langville exist. This story certainly has the feel of a creepypasta designed to keep people awake at night. It very much feels like the real-world version of Silent Hill. I don't think I buy into the urban legend, but if I'm ever traveling through Montana and find a place called Langville, I most certainly am going back the way I came from. Perhaps some mysteries are better left unexplored. It wouldn't be a video about towns that have disappeared if we didn't talk about Roanoke. one of the most famous and mysterious disappearances in history. In the late 16th century, the English established the Roanoke Colony on an island just off the shore of what is now North Carolina. Led by John White, a group of settlers arrived prepared to settle the new land. But little did they know that their fate would be forever entwined with the dark forces lurking in the wilderness. In 1587, John White left Roanoke to gather supplies from England, leaving behind his family. Unfortunately, John's return trip back to Roanoke was delayed by French pirates and the war with Spain. When White returned 3 years later, the colony had vanished without a trace, giving birth to one of America's most enduring mysteries. The first unsettling discovery made by White and his crew was the word Croatoan carved into a tree trunk. It was believed to be a clue left by the settlers, indicating their destination. But when they reached the Croatoan tribe's village, they found no sign of the missing colonist. As the search continued, more baffling clues emerged. The letters C-R-O and Croatoan were found etched into the fort gatepost. The word Croatoan was also etched into a nearby tree. But the ultimate fate of the colonist remained elusive. Numerous theories have been proposed over the years to explain the colony's disappearance. Some suggest that the settlers may have fallen victim to a brutal attack by the Native Americans or rival European powers. Others believe that they succumbed to disease, famine, or harsh living conditions. Unfortunately, we'll most likely never know what happened to the colony of Roanoke. As we come to the end of our journey, these stories remind us of the fleeting nature of life and the impact of time on our world. We imagine that our hold on the land is unbreakable, certain that our understanding of the universe is infallible. Yet, even the mightiest civilization can vanish from this earth without a trace. I want to thank you for watching and encourage you to share your thoughts on these strange tales in the comments below. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. This lets me know that you're interested in this type of video and want to see more. Until next time, my friends.